In the calm suburbs of a small town where everyone knew each other by name, a seemingly ordinary day was about to take a turn of extraordinary consequences. It all began on a brisk autumn morning when a local bank manager, Mr. Robert Harper, unlocked the front door of Maple Bank, just like he had done for nearly 2 decades. But this day was different. The bank's security system, known to be impeccable, was in inexplicable chaos. Cameras flickered, alarms were silent, and the vault was ajar. To his utter bewilderment, Robert found himself staring at an empty vault where millions worth of cash and valuables had vanished into thin air. Panic surged through him as he dialed the local police, his mind racing, wilting with questions. How could this happen overnight without a trace? Enter Inspector Lydia Palmer, a seasoned detective with a knack for solving the unsolvable. Known for her analytical mind and relentless pursuit of truth, Lydia took charge of this baffling case. She walked through the crime scene, her eyes scanning every corner, every detail that others might easily overlook. The absence of a forced entry was perplexing. It suggested an inside job, but there were no signs of betrayal among the trusted bank staff. Meanwhile, the town buzzed with speculation. Everyone from the local barista to the postman had a theory. Could it have been an elaborate heist orchestrated by international criminals? Or perhaps the work of a technological genius capable of manipulating the security system from afar? The possibilities seemed endless, yet elusive. As Lydia delved deeper, she discovered something peculiar. A single, oddly placed playing card, a joker, lying underneath the vault's heavy door. It was a seemingly trivial detail, yet it tugged at her instincts. Why a joker? A calling card, perhaps, left by a criminal too confident in their craft. Lydia followed this thread with determination, tracing local stores for any recent purchases of playing cards. To her surprise, this led her to a nearby novelty shop, where the owner recalled a peculiar customer. This customer, as described, was a charming and eccentric man named Jonas Reed, who had recently moved to the area, claiming to be an aspiring magician. His arrival had been quiet, yet it was now shrouded in mystery. Intrigued by this lead, Lydia arranged to meet Jonas under the guise of a friendly neighbor welcoming committee. Upon meeting Jonas, Lydia was struck by his charisma and wit. He performed simple tricks, making coins disappear and cards change suit with a mere flick of his wrist, all while maintaining an air of innocence. But Lydia knew better. She noticed how his eyes would fleetingly dart away when questioned about his nights, about his need for privacy. As days passed, Lydia's interest turned into a silent cat-and-mouse game with Jonas. She kept him under discreet surveillance, often finding him at the town library, engrossed in books about escapology and illusion. Despite this suspicion, concrete evidence against Jonas was still lacking. Then, one late night, a breakthrough. Lydia, armed with patience and meticulous planning, caught Jonas attempting another feat, this time at a local art gallery. He was caught red-handed, attempting to sneak in through a sophisticated system of pulleys and mirrors, only this time Lydia was ready. Facing the undeniable evidence, Jonas confessed. His motive, not wealth, but rather the thrill of the impossible. He saw himself as an artisan of the heist, a creator of living puzzles. His acts were performances, each more audacious than the last. He had no intention of keeping the stolen money. In fact, the cash sat untouched, hidden in his basement, ready to be returned. In a surprising twist, Jonas's theatrical approach to crime intrigued the art community, and after serving his sentence, he transformed into a renowned illusionist. His shows, now legitimate, were sellout events where he shared stories of his past crimes, minus any felonious behavior, of course, as part of his act, always ending with a solemn message on the thin line between genius and folly. And so a quiet town once baffled by a crime too bizarre to believe became the birthplace of a modern-day legend. The case closed, Lydia Palmer moved on. Her knack for the impossible, leaving an indelible mark on the town's history. But for the townspeople and all who heard the tale of Jonas Reed, the memory lingered, a reminder that sometimes truth is indeed stranger than fiction.